To add standards to K6 Ninja, you tap on the standards. Now there's different ways to do it. One is you can check online and get standards that are set already in the K6 Ninja website. But maybe your standards aren't there for your particular area or country. Or maybe you're doing specialized standards for a student that's on an IEP or an IPP, an individual kind of program plan where they have their own standards. And so they wouldn't be with the national or state or province standards. So maybe you have to create your own for that student. So in that case, you can add your own in two ways. One is you can go to this Manage Standards and press the Add Standards button. And this little tip comes up. If you're creating standards for an individualized learning plan, you should use the student's initials for the grade. This makes it easier later when selecting the standards for assessments. That's important because if I'm trying to select standards for that student later, I don't want them mixed in. If I teach grade 4, I don't want them mixed in with the other grade 4 standards. It makes it easier when they're kind of separated a bit. And so instead of, if you call it the student's initials rather than the grade, it's just easier to find those ones really quickly. So I'm going to press OK. It comes to this screen, this next screen, which is basically has all the standards, and it just creates a new spot. It's where I was last. It kind of seems like it's in the middle of the mathematics right now. That's okay. And then I start typing in the standard. So this is the number of the standard first. So this is where I'd put, if it was a specialized one for a student, I might put, say the student's name was Sophie Oliver, then I'd put SO, Sophie Oliver, and maybe this is standard 1, maybe it's language arts, LA1. Let's do math. M1. And those have to be unique. So every one I do for Sophie Oliver, I can't do, it has to be, I'm going to backspace that up because it says language. Sophie Oliver, M1. So I'm going to choose mathematics, and now these are the ones that have already been entered or brought in from the K6 Ninja website. So if hers aren't one of these, if it's not a number, I'm going to use number, but if it wasn't, I could type this and go down to the bottom, click Other, and type in what I want it to be. So I'm going to cancel her. This is going to be a number 1, and I'm just going to click over here and just type in this is Sophie's spell Sophie right. Oh. First outcome, or standard. We call them outcomes here. Standard. And it would be really what the standard is. I'm just typing that in, and I'd select the grade. I'm doing a 4 or 5, so maybe she's in grade 4, maybe she's in 5. I'll just leave it at 5. And then if I wanted another one, I'd press plus at the top, and it'd create a new one, and it would keep math and number there, because whatever I entered last, because it's going to assume that I'm typing a few of the same subject and strand standards. So I just put Sophie Oliver, M2, and I'll keep those, and then I'll just say this is Sophie's second standard. Okay, and I type that in. And so I continue doing that until I have all Sophie's standards in. And I can sort these later. If I sort up here by grade, you'll see here, if I go to mathematics, down, okay, I'll go to the bottom actually. To load. You'll see the bottom of the mathematics of grade 5. You'll see Sophie Oliver, M1, M2, and they would be down there. It might not seem like they're easy to find here, but it's when you're creating assessments, they'll be really easy to find. And you'll see that under creating some of those standard assessments. You'll see how to do that.